Hi everyone, so a little sorry tale to tell you today. Yeah, about a week or so ago we were passing Oakhampton. I said let's pull in and get some chips from the chip shop to my wife. So we pulled in Oakhampton. I was looking for someone. I said, oh, there's a place round the back in a place called Redline Yard. Let's go there. There's a chip shop there, a new one open, supposed to be really good. So I drove round there. It was just gone 8 o'clock, it was getting sort of dusky, and I drove into a yard at the back of this chip shop. Now I didn't see these signs that were posted everywhere, but apparently I'd gone into a real no-go zone area. There was all these parking bays, there was no one there, it was 8 o'clock at night. I mean, everybody had gone. I just parked the car, went to chip shop. It was quite a queue. Time I got the chips and got away, I was there for half an hour. And then a week later, what do I get? One of these. Wow, this is a parking charge notice, and a parking charge amount of £100 is now due because I parked in this spot, and it was a place where obviously these money making merchants can stick £100 fine on you. Now this is Parking Eye, these robbing bastards, and what can I do? If you look at it, they've got you always. Now, do you fight this or do you not? Now, Jan didn't want to fight this one, just to get it off the mind, pay the money, and let's, forget it, because she doesn't like things like this for us. So that's what we did, right or wrong, paid it. It's £60 if you pay it straight away. But I'd just like to show you some of the details on the back of this form that I think are very interesting to stop you from getting away with it, and what I think is quite wrong about it. So here we have the parking charge information, the date that I went there, my number plate, I don't mind you knowing it, the signage which is clearly displayed, blah blah blah, and that the parking charge is applicable. Now I didn't see any of this, it must have been put up very high, I didn't notice it, and because I went into the park, didn't get permit authorisation, that was it. Protections of Freedom Act, this is a good one, the driver, the motor vehicle, is repaid his parking charge in full. As we do not know the driver's name or current postal address, if you are not the driver, then you should tell us the name of the driver that was. Now that's a bit strange, isn't it, because it's down to me. You're warned that after 29 days, if it's not been paid, we will charge you anyway. So I will still get the bill. The warning is given in the paragraph of the Protection of Freedom Act, blah 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 blah. Should you provide an incorrect address for service, we will pursue you for parking charge amount that remains unpaid. Should someone identify someone who denies they were the driver, we will pursue you for the parking charge amount that remains unpaid. Pretty good, I think, don't you? So if you are any time down in Cornwall and you decide to visit Oakhampton, this is a place you mustn't go to. Redline Yard, keep well away. There's a whole batch of shops around the back of there, so you might as well boycott them as well. This does them a lot of good, I think, this kind of thing. This is a real wind up big time, isn't it? We all work hard for our money to get ripped off by these cowboy merchants. Now I can work out why and how they could get your information, because I thought Data Protection Act protects us from unauthorised issues of our addresses and so forth, but apparently for the measly price of £2.50 to the DVLA, these cowboy outfits are allowed to get our details. They can't get our actual name, but they can get our address and they can get the details they need that way on. They don't know who the driver was, obviously, because it's just part there. So, but they can have this thing. Now the government are making an absolute fortune out of this, because there's millions of these cowboy firms, clampers, you know that they're all like, and they're all making lots of pots of money from this type of business. I mean, it's time the government really put a stop to it. They should never allow our information out anyway about who owns what car, because if I tried to find out a registration of a car, I'm pretty damn certain I wouldn't be able to find out, because I'm not one of these people that are making a lot of money for the government, who are making a fortune. And again, it's the usual thing, isn't it? The motorist gets stuck every single time, no matter what it is. It's always going to be us that foot the big bill. So there we are, little rant over, but it was just a nice surprise letter to get in the post, and I thought, I think I will share this with you all, because it really does stick in the throat, doesn't it? But there you are, that's life today. I wish I was back in the 60s and 70s before all this stuff ever came out, before we had computers, before we had mobile phones. Life was a lot simpler. You never had anything like this, ever. Never mind, it's never coming back. Things are only ever going to get worse, aren't they? Anyway, there we are, gripe over. All my stuff, you know where to go. Derek 33. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.